Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel, and this is Best Bet with Rita. I'm happy to have you guys here today. We are live, guys, and here with me is my friend I've known for over 10 years, a decade, you can imagine. A very long time. She's been my friend, even if we've had bridge of communication for a while, but we still keep ourselves abreast with our achievements, and she has really been an inspiration to me. So, guys, I'm bringing her here so she'll be sharing because she has been in the corporate world, she's been in the academic world, she has a lot of experience she's going to share. It's going to be an interactive session. We're going to learn a lot, and our focus today is going to be on upskilling, so we build and building habits for success. I will always say in most of my videos the importance, I always emphasize the importance of enhancing your skills, acquiring more skills, and building the right character, because life is about attitude. Where skills takes you to, it is still that attitude that's going to keep you there. Do you understand? So we'll be combining this. We're talking about skill. She'll be telling us what upskilling is and its essence in our today's world. We're talking about habits that promote success, habits that delay success, and areas to focus on that's going to give you the needed advantage or give you a comparative advantage so you can stand the test of time or compete favorably in our time, because everybody want to achieve success. So I'll just give her the floor to introduce herself, then I'll get into the question. So Gloria, up to you.
Okay, hi guys. Good morning. My name is Gloria Aniekan, and yeah, I'm excited to be live with Rita. We've been friends, like she said, for a very long time. I met her in the university. So yeah, I work in the corporate world as a marketing communications and membership professional. It's in a company in the financial services industry. I wouldn't want to relate too much information about the workplace, but yeah, my work revolves around communication and marketing communications and managing memberships because I work in an association of investment professionals. Yeah, so that's a brief about me. On a very on a more casual level, I enjoy watching series. I enjoy planning. I enjoy budgeting on a personal finance level. Anyway, not like a professional. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's just a little about me, and I'm excited to be here. Thank you,
Yeah,
Rita.
guys, don't mind all these her serious talk. She reads a lot, and then the big inspiration. Yes, trust me. When you meet
Well,
her, you meet someone that plans. That's the truth. And seriously, if from the trajectory of my life, I've always met people with purpose. I've not been a person that meet. Seriously, if I meet you and there's no value, somehow I'll just start detaching, because naturally that's what life is.
yeah.
So, but she has always kept that pace of always adding value to herself. That is why I have opportunity to bring her to this live show to co-host this section with me. So, Gloria, I want us to tell us what upskilling is and its essence in our today's world.
Okay. So keeping it very simple, upskilling is basically advancing your skills through additional education and training. You
Yeah,
see how the world is today.
yeah,
Things are moving pretty fast. Like, it's so difficult to keep up. There is so much information. Today you are hearing about this, tomorrow you're hearing about cryptocurrency, metaverse. It's almost difficult to keep up, right?
yeah,
So upskilling generally means that you try to update yourself, you try to stay abreast in your specific industry, right? You don't rely on the knowledge you gained or the skill you gained years ago, or maybe when you were in the university. Things are changing, and you see cases where a lot of jobs are being automated,
yeah,
artificial intelligence and the rest. So upskilling is really about trying to learn, update your skill set, find out what skill sets are relevant for the future, in 5 years to come, in 10 years time, would your current knowledge level help you to grow in your job, or would you stand the risk of losing your job because you've not learned the skills that would be relevant for such roles, because we are really transitioning at a very fast pace,
Very
right?
true.
So upskilling ensures that you are not left behind. You are, as far as what, it's not just a thing of the corporate world. Even if you are running a small business, right?
Oh yeah.
You will need to learn how to use maybe social media tools, maybe editing tools, or there are a lot of tools that small businesses can actually adopt to
Exactly.
ensure that they do better. So you really just don't want to sit down and chill and think that, oh, you've gotten a full-time job and that is it.
True. Very true.
Like you could stand the risk of, except it's your father's company, sha.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you are working, even if your job is a full-time job, you are
Yeah.
not sure that you will have that job for the rest of your life. Or even
True.
if it's your personal business, you
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to ensure that you are constantly ahead, right?
Yeah.
You are
Yeah, yeah.
constantly, try to find out what's next, what skill set should I have, what thing should I learn that is relevant to what I am doing, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you're not left behind, right? So that's like a very simple way to explain what upskilling is, in my understanding.
Yeah, and this brings me to the kind of people that should upskill. Like I remember while I was in the university, even at my level 300, 200, I was ahead of my mates. I was always it boils down to the information you gather around yourself or the people you build yourself your life around. I remember even in my
Yeah,
year 2 or year 4, I already had 3 professionals. And people were like, Rita, what are you going to use all this for? I was a professional in marketing. I did the first,
yeah.
second, I was a professional in CIM, agent of administration. I was in programs. I was everywhere because the truth is,
I
yes,
recall.
yeah, people were just calling me jack of all trades, but the truth is that jack of all trades have put me where I am today. There is nowhere I cannot fit in. That's the truth. Comprising with good habits too, good character. There is nowhere
Yeah,
I can fit in. Anywhere you bring me in, I'm able to stand the test of time. I'm able to interact.
yeah,
I'm able to defend myself, and that is what upskilling is. That's what she's trying to say. If you're thinking, okay, because I'm studying this, I can't diversify or I can't improve myself. In fact, there are so many skills. There are IT skills. She's going to go into that. There are IT skills. There are corporate skills. There are normal domestic skills. There are skills that's going to, because, like she said, everything is changing on a fast pace. So if you remain stagnant or you just stay where you are and think that like you think okay this is my even in your father's job you can liquidate it, sorry, you can wind down
yeah.
tomorrow.
Someone can buy up the company.
Yes, one can buy out the company and then you're left with nothing. So upskilling is the
Yeah.
thing of the day. Yes, I keep saying skill, skill, skill. People don't understand. Like, sorry, before goodness question, I told myself before 30, I should be very good with swimming. I should be very good with driving. I should have gotten so kind of skills and so kind of credentials. Like I already planned. It matters about how you plan your life, because planning, in fact, is going to help you achieve faster. So number
And
two,
sorry,
yeah,
Rita, in addition to what you just said, some of
yeah,
these skills are very transferable. For instance, before now, like way back, I used to
yeah,
think that you don't really need to know how to maybe sell, how to market, or how to learning public speaking, for instance. Some
true,
skills are transferable, and because you are working a job that is back end, you feel
true,
like maybe it's not important to learn how to communicate professionally or to learn
mhm,
how to write because you're not a content writer. I mean, if even if you're running your own personal business, you're not working in the corporate world, you would
true,
send emails, you would need to write proposals, you would need to try to find partnerships.
very
So,
true,
writing, for instance, is a transferable skill that applies to any sort of job, any sort
very
of business, or being able to speak professionally, being able
true.
to maybe put together a presentation and present it to people. These
Very
are,
true.
so you don't really get to like peak. There are lots of skills that are very general. So when someone, maybe you talked about you being called a master
Mm.
of all trades, I mean, there's some things that are like the basics, that things
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
should really learn because they can easily apply. They are versatile
very true.
skills that can easily apply to whatever area that we are focusing on, in the
Exactly.
industry. I wanted to just
Very
add that before you go to the second question.
Very, very true. And there is no skill that's wasted, because at every time in life you'll be needing different skills for different things in life. So no skill is too minimal, no skill is too much, or no skill is not needed. You might not need it now, but you might need it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like
it
she said,
comes in
writing.
handy.
Yeah, if I didn't know how to write, as at then, my writing skill developed when I was writing for proposals. I was trying to apply for scholarship. I was trying to apply for grants. Like when I said by NGO, I didn't need anybody. I was applying for grants because I already started doing it. I could write bulky essay. I talked about when I was doing my essay, a lot of article. These skills are transferable, as she said. So moving down to habits. So what are those habits that are going to promote success or are going to enhance those skills that you will be acquiring this year? Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to talk about habits that are very general that you can
Yeah.
easily apply to any. So it's not like I'm focusing on specifics of a particular industry, something that
Yeah.
anybody can find very useful. And I
Yeah.
like to be very practical. So I'm not going to share some things that I read somewhere or
Yeah. Yeah.
studied. I'm going to just share what I do as a person to
Yeah.
keep myself very organized. I try to be very organized. I'm a planning freak. Yeah. So
Yeah.
first, the first habit I listed was organization, planning
Okay.
your time.
Yeah.
Right. So I was reading recently a book by Carl Newport, Deep Work.
Yeah.
So it's I understood better the importance of planning your time and not just living things to chance,
True.
let's just wing it, let's go with the flow. I don't understand what going with the flow means,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So I'm not saying you should plan every single minute of your day. Like, oh, between 9 to 10, I'll do this. Between 10 to 11, I'll do this. I get bored easily. It becomes monotonous, right?
Yeah.
So I like routines, but sometimes I try to make it very flexible. I try to make it something I can easily tweak and change, so I don't get bored. So
Yeah.
yeah, number one, I would say a habit to learn is organizing and planning. Really, just not leaving things to chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Planning, for instance, the beginning of the year now, everybody's talking resolutions. A lot of people are saying they don't do resolutions again. It's now goals and whatever you are doing, whatever you want to call it. I think
Yeah.
it is important to have a plan,
True.
right? Beginning of the year, you retrospect, you look at what you've done in the previous year. You now
True.
decide, okay, this is the tragic, this is the line I want to toe. This is what I want to do. Okay, you set goals for your financial life, for your career life, for your family life, even spiritual life, even
Yeah.
for your social life. Okay, I
True.
want to go out more often. I want to spend more time with my family. I want
Yeah.
to get this skill so that I want to learn this new thing, maybe improve my Excel skills,
True.
or just basically list out everything you think you would like to do, you would like to get better at.
True.
Then narrow it down, because
Yeah.
sometimes you don't want to be overwhelmed. When you have too many things that are pursuing, you end up not doing anything, right? So you
True.
really plan, narrow it down, and organize, plan, be clear on what you want to do. Like this January, I know that, okay, I want to learn this and that. I want to acquire so certification. Maybe I want
Yeah.
to volunteer somewhere so I can learn additional skills. Okay, you
Yeah.
talked about things like easy, simple things like learning how to swim. I don't know
Yeah.
how to swim, so it's one of the things I want to achieve this year. And there is a
Yeah.
timeline to it so that I
Yeah.
don't just leave it up to chance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you decide the things you want to pursue, the things you want to do, put timelines to it, and yeah, that's number one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the next thing I would like to talk about after organizing and planning
Yeah.
is creating rituals, right? So you have these big interesting goals you want to achieve, you set out to achieve at the beginning of the year. It's very easy to forget about them.
True.
1 month down the line, two
Yeah.
months down the line, it's very easy to forget about it. I mean, life happens, you get so busy.
True.
So it's important to weave these things into the fabrics of your daily life. How do you
Okay.
do this? Okay, I say, okay, I want to read um 12 books in 2022.
Okay.
I'm not going to leave that to chance, right? Still going back to planning. I'm
Yeah.
going to make that reading thing a part of my daily habits, because setting goals is one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing every day to
Okay.
take you closer to those goals, to meeting
Yeah,
those
yeah.
goals.
Those
So I want to
roadmap.
read 12 books in a year.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I reading every day?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't say you want to read 12 books in a year, then maybe 1 month passes or 1 week passes and you've not flipped through the pages of a book. I don't
Yeah.
know how it works because
Very
you would
true.
see a case where maybe towards the end of the year you realize that you are so far away from where you wanted to be.
True.
You now want
Yes.
to read one book in one full day. Personally, I will burn out.
Yeah.
So what I
True.
try to do is that I create habits, right? Every day there are some things that I know that I must do,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In the morning I wake up, okay, for instance, one of my goal is to reach a certain number of books or to
Yeah.
be closer to God. I know that,
Yeah.
okay, every day I should study the Bible. Every day it doesn't matter how many minutes. You don't have to do 1 hour, even
Yeah, yeah.
30 minutes. You could decide, okay, since I want to read a certain number of books, every
True.
day I'm going to read 10 pages, 20
Yeah.
pages. You
Yeah.
get. So it makes it easier. So that at the end of the month, this way you read maybe 10 pages or 20 pages every day. Just an
Very,
example,
very true.
right? That at the end of the month, you wouldn't have completed one book, no matter how slow you read. You get
True.
at the end of the month, it becomes, and once you've started doing it, it
Yeah.
becomes easy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Once it becomes a habit,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
becomes not normal. Like you know how you wake up in the morning, you don't need someone to tell you brush your mouth, take
Yeah,
your
yeah.
bath,
Yeah.
or eat food. These are
Yeah.
things you do mindlessly without thinking. So
Very
that's the
true.
thing with habits. At
Yeah.
first, you have to force and train yourself to make it to consciously do it every day. At some
Very
point,
true.
it becomes a natural thing. You wake up and you just pick your book.
Yeah.
Maybe let's say depending on how busy you get, maybe depending on the nature of your work, you have family. For me, it's easier to wake up in the morning and open the Bible. I use the YouVersion app, open it, maybe study something for a few minutes, then
Yeah.
open my book, study something for a few. It's better to do some of these personal things for me in the early hours of the morning
Yeah, yeah.
before I get busy. Work starts, you're getting tons of calls, you're responding to maybe friends who reach out to you, family. Like before you know it, the day is over and
Yeah. That's
you
true.
realize that you've not done much, you're tired, you want to sleep,
Very
that's it,
true.
by till the next day. So yeah, I
Yeah.
try to lay down these habits. Okay, another thing is, okay, I want to learn a particular skill, let's say digital marketing. You want to know search engine optimization. You want to learn more. You want to be very like you want to be
Yeah.
proficient in search engine optimization, right? So what I do is maybe there is a course online I want to learn.
Yeah.
Every day I try to devote at least maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour to
Yeah.
self-development, right? So
Yeah.
still going back to the idea of creating rituals, daily
Yeah.
rituals, habits, and
Yeah. Yeah.
making sure that the big goals you have, you find a way to break it down
Yeah.
into little habits. So as far as you're doing these things every day, let's say at the end of the month, you look back, oh, you've completed one book. Awesome.
Very true.
Or you've gone halfway. There is this course you applied for, it's a 3 months course,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you've done like 30% of the course. You
Right.
keep going. Then I mean you can pick as many examples as you want. Let's say
Yeah.
maybe you want to increase your financial knowledge, you want
Yeah.
financial you want to increase your financial literacy, right? You
Yeah.
have to be reading something. It could be as easy as subscribing to a newsletter that shares personal finance knowledge or information, or
Yeah. Yeah.
subscribing to a YouTube channel. So
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
day you are maybe reading something or listening to something or reading
Yeah.
an article. So it's important to not just set these big goals.
Yeah.
Sometimes these goals look so scary when you just list them out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
easier to break it down. For
Yeah.
instance, you want to learn how to swim.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Yeah.
want to be able to swim by the end of quarter 1, that's March of this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Register in a swimming, go to a swimming school or register somewhere to learn.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 times in a week you go, you know, then before you know it, you master it. You're not going to wake up and just learn how to swim in one day, in one fell swoop. Maybe there are people who can do that, so I don't know, but that is really how it works for me. It's a lot easier to break things down and make sure that every day I am doing something that will take me closer to achieving these goals.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Sorry.
that's yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Because it brings me to making our goals smart. Goal, when
yeah,
you're setting goals, and
absolutely
yeah, your goals have to be smart. Like they must be specific. You can't just have
specific.
to go
Mm-hmm.
words goals like she said. They must be broken down. They must be very specific. I'll be doing this by this time, and by that time they should be measurable. And
Yeah,
you know that yes, at this particular time to this time, do you understand? They should be attainable because some people set unrealistic goals. I want to have
yeah.
20 million in my account this year. And looking at yourself, you don't even have 500,000 or 200,000. And even if yes, nothing is impossible, but they are no it's not attainable looking at the structure or the things you have in your life. It's not realistic. Your goal should be realistic. As much as it's attainable, it should be realistic. Tell
It's actually
yourself, okay,
it's important to it's okay to be ambitious, right?
yeah,
Sometimes setting a goal that you know that if you don't push yourself you cannot achieve it will make you work hard even if you've not achieved it 100%. If you
true,
realize that you've done 70%, that is good. It gives you that
true,
extra push. So it's
yeah,
okay to be ambitious, but you have to also be realistic. Okay, what do you have at hand? What is your present reality? What can
true,
you control? Because some things you cannot control, some things, right?
yeah, that's
What
true,
is within your control? You
yeah,
get, and try to make sure that by the time you break it down, these are there are practical things that can take you closer to achieving this goal, not just writing lofty things. Oh, honestly, I would like to buy a house in Banana Island or something, but
yeah,
I don't have that kind of money.
true.
You get, so it's
And it
important
brings
to
again,
be
yeah,
ambitious but be realistic.
yeah, and it comes again to time bound, the last part of the smart analysis.
Yeah.
Have time bound, and that is going to help you know how to do monitoring and evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing certain plans, you're building these habits, and you can't evaluate, you can't sit down to monitor these things. Oh, did I achieve them at the end of the day? Did I really get them? And see where you've gotten it wrong, and then see how to make up for these things. I don't think you're going to achieve all that she has said. So, because of time, let's rush to those habits that are going to promote success.
Okay.
Or sorry, did I just
Yeah.
say promote?
Success. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to delay.
Okay.
What we talked about was promote. Now, the ones that are going to delay. Have we spoken about both of them
No,
inside one?
I'm not done. I'm not done with the first,
Okay.
the ones that would
Oh,
promote success. There are a few more I would like to quickly just go through. So
okay.
there is prioritization.
Yeah.
So I think what I've learned over the years, before now, I would just put down a long list of things I want to do. Right.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, I feel so disappointed. I feel almost demotivated that, you didn't try, Gloria. Like you put, what have I really done? Maybe I checked only one or two things out of the list. I don't beat myself up for too long. Sha. I try to just, evaluate myself. Okay, I can improve here and there. I don't beat myself up. So it's
Yeah.
important to prioritize, right? Okay, you listed at first, it's good. Just put down everything that is in your head, right? List it down out. Then look at it critically. What is important? What is not? There are some things that shouldn't be on this list. Can you attend this thing? You talked about being attainable. Is it possible to do it within this timeline? If it is not, maybe you should extend the timeline or move it or something, but prioritize. What
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
most important thing to you? Is it your job? Is it your family? Is it your relationship with God? It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive, but basically I'm just saying know which is important, which comes after which, so that you know how you allocate time, you allot time to know how much time you want to spend doing this or doing that. You get, it's
Yeah.
important to prioritize. So when you prioritize, you're not going to jump on anything that comes. You're not going to take up any good idea. Maybe your friend shares an idea and you want to just jump on it. You're going to sit back. Okay, tell the person I'll get back to you. Think
Yeah.
on your plans for the year so you don't get easily distracted. Think
Yeah.
of your own plans. How does this tie to what I'm trying to achieve?
Yeah.
When you have your own priorities, you're able to follow a clear path. You're able to put your energy to the on the invest your energy in the activities that are
That's true.
most important. You are not moving back and forth. You are not jumping on anything that comes at you. You're able to focus your energy. You're able to direct your energy towards the things that are most important and most rewarding. You
Yeah.
get,
Yeah.
so yeah. Number three, prioritization. Then the next habit I would like to do is to add is tracking. So you don't want to just keep doing things without knowing exactly what you've done. For instance, okay, I have a goal that I would save more this year. I would maybe invest more. I want to have so amount of money in my savings or in an investment account at the end of the year. But every day I'm buying pizza. That's actually my weakness. Every day I'm buying Cold Stone. Every
Yeah.
day I'm going to the movies every weekend.
Yeah.
I'm eating out every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to make this example very specific to me,
Yeah.
right? I'm
Yeah.
not saying do this or don't do that. If you think
Yeah.
it's something you can easily adopt to your own lifestyle, you can
True.
adopt it, tweak it, and make it work for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm given how much I know I earn right now, I'm not earning in millions, right? So I'm going to have to be, even if you are earning in millions, I mean, if you cannot manage the little amount you have now, it's going to be
True.
difficult to manage, more resources. So
Very
I
true.
have to, like, for instance, a very practical way I try to monitor my spending is to budget. So at the
Yeah.
beginning of the month, at this point I have a template already. I know how to plug in figures. I know how much I'll need at the end of the month.
Yeah.
I know how much I would need to survive in a month. I know how much
Yeah.
I spend on transportation, on feeding, on eating out because I plan that into. I know how much I'll spend on buying my pizza because I
Yeah.
love pizza. So
Yeah.
I try to track my expenses. So
True.
at the end of the month, I'm not saying, where did all the money go to? I mean, to
Yeah.
what end is you
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
keep lamenting, but you're not doing anything to make any difference. So I
Yeah.
track my expenses so I know where to cut down, I know where to improve. Okay, I need to save more, I need to stop buying clothes impulsively. So when you
Yeah.
track, the example is just on money because
Yeah.
just to drive my point home. When you
Yeah.
track your activities in relation
Yeah.
to your goals for the year or for the month or for the quarter, it helps you to evaluate yourself, to
Yeah. Yeah.
retrospect, to think, okay, this is what I've done.
Yeah.
I would like to make some improvements here. It helps you to spot areas for improvement. It
True.
helps you to sit up, know what areas you need to sit up, you need to do better. So you are not just doing things, you regularly stop to assess yourself, to know
True.
what you need to do better, and also see the areas that you've done well and
Yeah. Yeah.
appreciate yourself and get motivation from that.
Yeah.
Um, so I would like to add networking. I think it
Yeah.
is important to have a good network of people around you.
Very true.
Right. You said sorry.
Yeah.
You said sorry. So you said something about you said something about the network of people you have around you, right?
Yeah.
It's important to have people that are able to add value in your life. For
Very true.
instance, I don't think that you can live as an island, no matter how
Yeah.
smart you are, no matter
Yeah.
how much you have. There are
Yeah.
some areas where I know that, okay, I have a friend who is very good in this thing. I'm trying to
Very
learn this thing. Yes, I
true.
could go online, look for courses, look for resources, but I could also reach out to someone to, after
True.
studying, maybe have a conversation to point some things to me. The person is a professional, a specialist in this area. This is not my
Yeah.
area. I can learn from that person. I have
True.
friends that could also act as accountability partners.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we talk about our goals, we talk about our plans. So it is important to
Yeah.
be very intentional about the network of people you have
True.
around you. People that
Very
can,
true.
like, I mean, help in your professional life,
Yeah.
socially,
Yeah.
spiritual
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I don't overwhelm myself with too many friends or people in my space, but I'm
Yeah.
very conscious that the energy I have around me
Yeah.
fits
Yeah.
into my kind of lifestyle, fits into my own
Exactly.
plan.
True.
So I think those are like a few things I practice that I believe should position me for success.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean, if you think it's useful, you can try to adopt it and just customize it and make it suit your own lifestyle.
True. Yeah, just to throw more light, or I'm digressing a little, but this is going to help a lot of our viewers because there's this trend, or will I say there is this, it's a long time kind of, like, is it a trend, or will I say the bias that a lot of young ladies have. I remember then when I
Yeah.
was in school, I pray she doesn't watch this video. I still have a friend, and each time I ask her, while we were still in school, what are your plans?
Mm.
What next after school? And then all I hear is, after here, I just get a job and I get married. Is that all life is about? And each time I kept saying, I have so much to fulfill. I have a lot to do. I have a destiny to fulfill. I have so many things to achieve in life. And they were like, Rita, you are too ambitious. You have so many things you want to do. Is there anything like a lady being too ambitious? Is there a benchmark or a threshold for a lady to achieve? Or again, there's one thing she said. She said, excuse me, if you achieve too much, men will be scared of you. Now we are married, we are in the other side of the game. But
Yeah.
looking at it from the other side, is there any time a lady is too ambitious, or is there a threshold you can achieve and then pause and say, "Oh, I don't want men to be scared of"? Can I just throw more light?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to say that it's okay to like want what you want, right? That
Yeah,
I am ambitious does not mean that I'm going to go on a campaign to make everybody around me start developing big plans and all. So what
yeah,
I really do is that talking about the kind of people you have around you,
yeah,
I don't want that discouraging spirit. I don't want to be in close relations with someone who constantly feels or thinks that I'm doing too much,
yeah,
because I could start, when you keep saying it over and over again, I could get to a point where I'm beginning to hold back. I start feeling like, okay, maybe this is how a lot of people perceive what I'm doing. So I'm
yeah,
very conscious about the kind of people I have around me. It's okay to just maybe want to just want to get married and have a job and that just live a simple life. It's fine,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But I mean, given the kind of life you and I, for instance, which are, we
yeah,
would like to live, it's important to also have such people with such energy around us so that
yeah,
you're not feeling bad about yourself. So I don't think women, I mean, the sky is not even your limit. Now they say the sky is your starting
good
point.
point.
It's not a gender thing. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
anybody can dream, they can plan, they can aspire for as much as they want.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get, as far as you're not committing any crime or doing anything illegal to get to where you want to get to,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not, it shouldn't be a woman or versus man conversation.
yeah,
And if you're, I mean, scared that a man will not marry you
yeah.
because you are successful, because you have a good paying job or you're earning more
Mm-hmm.
than the man, I would
Mm-hmm.
say that you don't need that kind of man in your life.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
are going to attract the kind of man that would respect your success and even push you. I mean, you want to get married to someone, you want to be in a relationship with someone who would
yeah,
even sacrifice to
yeah,
make
yeah,
you, who would be happy to see you go ahead of them.
yeah,
Do
yeah,
you
yeah,
get?
yeah,
It's like having female friends that maybe you are jealous that this person got a promotion or got a better paying job. Goodness, I want to have friends that are doing better than me. I don't want to be the most intelligent in my
yeah, yeah,
friend group of friends. I don't want to be the most successful. I don't want to be the one person with a good job. I want all my close friends to have, my best friend or my closest allies, I want them to have the best jobs.
yeah,
I want them to be more intelligent than me.
yeah, yeah,
So I think when it comes to relationship, a woman should not, you should definitely not be scared of going after the life you want because you're afraid that men will run away from you. Trust me, there are so many successful women out there that are looking for successful women as well. So,
yeah,
and now we see a lot of women say that, and I mean, I think a lot of men are running away from women who are liabilities,
yeah,
right?
very
Like who
true.
are a liability. They want women that can, pull in their own. They
Yeah, yeah,
want women that are ambitious. It
yeah,
now
yeah,
goes beyond beauty. It's
yeah, yeah,
men. I hear a lot of men talk about women having aspiration, goals. Being successful on their own
yeah, yeah,
outside of the man. You get. So I think if you should not be afraid or scared that you chase men away. I mean, you chase the kind of men that that should not be in your circle. You
exactly.
definitely attract the type of men that you need, the type that will encourage you to aim for more, to do
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
the type that would,
True.
bend, put themselves in a position where they're helping you to, go a step higher.
That's
So
true.
I think that would never be my worry. It's the least
Yeah.
that anybody should worry about. Because I
I,
mean, if as a wife you are succeeding, your husband
yeah,
will enjoy it.
yeah,
Your
that's
husband,
true.
it's for the good of your family.
Family,
It's for the
exactly.
good of your family. If your husband is earning, let's say, 1 million, and the wife earns 1.5 or 1 million or 800K, I mean, by the time you put the resources together, it's more
Family
resources for the
income.
family.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you don't, I don't see what man wouldn't want a woman that is successful, that can contribute to the family. I really do not. It doesn't. I can't wrap my head around
Some
it.
some men get intimidated anyway. Let's not overlook that part. But as a very
Yeah.
ambitious person, a woman with plan that has a future, you have to be careful, like she said, with the network or the relationship you build around yourself because it can
Yeah.
deter or push you to success. So Gloria, we have really been, will I say, inspired, motivated, and we've learned a lot from you today. Just a few seconds, just tell our viewers
Okay.
things that will just help them achieve success. Like you've said so much, but like areas they can just focus on this year, maybe one or two, so that they can compete favorably and stand the test of time, or let's say achieve those goals that they've set for them.
Okay. So I think the first area I would like to highlight
Yeah,
is think of one thing,
yeah,
right? One thing that can actually make you better, make your job. Let's say you are working in marketing communications, for instance.
yeah,
Think of one skill that, let's say, you be ambitious. You
yeah,
want to earn that promotion this year, or you're running a business. You
yeah.
want to double up your sales. Think of the one skill.
Mm,
Research, Google, find out what is the one skill that would position you to be better, position
yeah,
you to get more, position you to get that promotion. What is the one skill? And learn it. Let's
yeah,
say you're running a small business. I'm trying to keep that one very, very general. The second one I'm going to talk about is going to be very specific. I'll mention something, but this the first point I want to make. I want to keep it very general.
yeah,
So I think you should, let's say you're running a small business, right?
yeah,
And you don't know how to handle editing graphics, basic graphics, right? But you have social media handles that you're using to promote your business. That's an example. I would like to think that it's important to learn how to, you don't have to go and learn how to do Photoshop and all of that. But there are tools like Canva, for
yeah,
instance, that have millions of templates that you can
yeah,
easily
yeah.
just edit, right?
Very true.
So you can learn that so that you are I it's it's terrible to be very dependent.
Very,
For
very
instance, maybe you have a graphics guy or you have a friend that helps you out with graphics because you cannot really like pay someone to do the graphics for you. And that person is bound to disappoint at one time or the other because I mean life happens. They have their own things come up.
yeah,
So
yeah,
learn the one thing that would make you, really step up, that will make you really improve whatever it is you are doing. That's the
yeah,
one thing I would mention. So yeah, it puts back I am kind of giving the work back to the viewers, right? To the listeners, like you need to like reflect, think of that one thing, that one skill that you should learn that would take you a step higher, that would
yeah,
take you closer to maybe earning that promotion, or getting more, should I say, visibility on your social media channels for your business. So think of one thing and put in a lot of energy and time to learning it. Then the
yeah,
second thing I would like to mention specifically is financial management, like personal finance, right? I think we should all take it seriously. We should
yeah.
take it seriously because I think, I mean, if I'm talking about myself, for instance, why am I working? Right?
Mhm,
Honestly, I would
mhm.
like to just chill and, just enjoy life. travel, have fun,
Yeah.
eat whatever I want to eat, and and not work. But I mean, I have to work because I
Money
don't have that
doesn't.
kind of money to afford to
Yeah.
not work. So, but it is very important that we all learn financial management, at least at the personal level, because these are things that should actually be introduced in the school curriculum for children, right from like primary school,
Yeah.
secondary school, and it's something that I think parents should actually take upon themselves to make their kids understand the value of money, how
Yeah.
money is made, and how money can be used to make more money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm aspiring, okay, now I'm working actively. I would like to retire early. I would like to get to a point where my passive income alone is enough for me to survive on. So I'm able
Yeah.
to like go after the things I'm passionate about, travel the world and do some other things and not just have to work from, hold a 9 to 5 job all the years of my life till I retire because I'm no longer able to work. So I think it is important for us all to learn personal financial management. Go be intentional about learning how to manage your money, learning how
Yeah.
to budget, how to don't just earn and spend. It's like
Yeah.
a revolving door. The
Yeah.
money
Yeah.
comes in, it goes out. It comes in, it goes out.
True.
Really like sit down and have a financial plan, have a financial goal. Okay, you're earning this amount of money, this is how you are
Yeah.
spending it. Budget, track your expenses,
Yeah.
see how you can put money aside to
Yeah.
invest more, so that way as you're earning your salary, even if you don't have a side business, because now I mean people feel bad because they're not doing well. Almost everybody's doing business. My WhatsApp
Yeah.
status, a lot of people are promoting different things they're doing. Okay,
Yeah.
even if you have a corporate job and you don't have time to do business, I mean, that salary is coming in consistently every month. Save some part of the money and,
Yeah.
invest in maybe mutual funds or maybe treasury bills. There are a lot of safe,
Yeah. Yeah.
and less risky
Yeah.
investment options so that you're earning like a second source of income. So I think
True.
it is important because um, you don't want to live a life where the money just comes in, it goes out, it comes in. How do you want to attain financial freedom if you are not aware of what is happening in your financial life? You shouldn't
Yeah.
leave it to chance. Even if you're earning 1 million in a month, if you are not careful, if you're not managing the money properly,
Yeah. Yeah.
it could amount someone who is earning half of that money can live better than you are living because of how they are managing the money. They are not just spending and not really keeping
Yeah.
track of anything. So I think everybody should take up, this personal finance skills. They should be able to manage their money, know what it means to invest, know learn about various investment instruments,
Very true.
just really seek, even if it means starting from the point of just seeking this knowledge. There are lots of
Yeah. Yeah.
these YouTube channels on personal finance, subscribe to them, listen how much you can learn at first, then start
Yeah.
practicalizing this, putting
Very
it, the
true.
knowledge into use. So those are the two things I would like to really, really point out. Thinking of
Guys.
one that
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
really push you forward. Then the other thing is in personal finance management.
Yeah, that's true, guys. If we allow Gloria, she's going to give us so many from her wealth of knowledge.
I really hope like that,
Yeah, she
I was
has
able
so
to
much. In
share
fact, why she did, she has so much there to give
practical
us.
tips that are
Maybe
helpful.
we might bring her back for another time as in another
Yeah.
session. I don't know. She's a very busy lady, and I really appreciate her. And to add to what she has said, stop procrastination. Like they say, procrastination is a thief of time. Whatsoever
Action.
you, yes, just start, set that goal, start it, and do not procrastinate because the more you delay, you find at the end of the day that whatever you've heard here, you didn't do anything with it. So we really appreciate you, Gloria, for coming to share your wealth of knowledge with us. And we'd love to have you another time. I don't know the day when you have your time. Just say something to my viewers so that we can end this session.
Okay, I would just like to say that I feel very excited and happy that I was able to like share a few things that I do on a personal level that may be of help to anybody who is watching this video or listening to this audio. So yeah, it's been an honor. I would say it's been an honor to have this platform to share. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for giving me this platform and for giving me the opportunity to share my little knowledge with people. I hope it is very I hope you find it very useful, and I'll be happy to come back so we have more fruitful
Yeah, yeah.
conversations.
Thank you so much, Gloria. And viewers, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the
Subscribe.
notification button. Yes, so you can
Yeah.
get our new videos. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.